300. What's the deal? It's your post chocolate. And y'all, we back. Philosopher's Garden, Season 4, Episode 2. I got a few inquiries from some folks about the follow-up. I just have not been able to get around to it, y'all. But, things have been progressing. And so I thought that I'd go ahead and do a video today and kind of like speak on a few other things. And so right now, y'all, I'm just out here, about to feed the plants. Now, as y'all can see, the basil is off the chain. I mean, I have not been able to pick at the basil, and so it has just been growing. I've really been just feeding the plants and, kind of like going on about my way because I've been having other things to do. But, as y'all can see, a lot of basil. Okay, I'm thinking that when I actually pick it, um, I'm thinking, I'm probably will get probably like a half pound of leaves or more. I'm not sure what that's going to yield out to, once we kind of dry the basil and things like that. But, it's looking real good. One thing that I have not got around to doing, I usually spray like a natural pesticide on them, something like with a neem oil mix around here. That typically will do the job, but I kind of have not got around to it yet, and so y'all could see that some of the insects are pulling up, kind of like getting theirs in, but I'm gonna go ahead and get that taken care of today. Um, and so that's the deal with that. As far as the tomato plants, I'm gonna do really another video when things kind of like mature a little more. We got a lot of sites of tomatoes, y'all. Okay, y'all can probably see one little cluster right there now. Um, I think that I am going to have to add some calcium. I've seen, a few of the tomatoes with a little end rot, not too bad, but we want to go ahead and get ahead of it. Typically, what I do, what the remedy is to really just give them some calcium, a little more calcium. I did put calcium in the soil, but in our opinion, sometimes the plants, especially in this container gardening, because we control more of what they eat and stuff like that, they're growing so fast. Uh, the calcium that's just in the soil is just really not enough sometimes, and so gonna go ahead and add that. As far as the pepper uh, plant, green beans, okay, those for sure, those are gone. Okay, because there was a storm, and you know just coincidentally had a limb fall on it. Was not able to really revive the plant. Sometimes, man, you can kind of work with the plant at its least, okay, and you can bring it back, okay. Sometimes it'll end up being stronger and better than it was before, but was not able to do this with the green bean and pepper plant, and um, I don't think that I'm going to try to get another one at this point in time, or some of those other ones at this time. Just going to move forward. I might do a little inside run when it comes to the pepper plants and stuff like that, but who knows. Right now though, yeah, this is kind of like what we're working with now, because I lost that side. Now um, I am going to still do the beet plants. Like I say, we got to do that towards the end of the summer, going into the fall. I'm being told that that's kind of like the weather that they like. Really should have probably got ahead of it in February, but we're gonna kind of like see what it is because we should have ideally. I'm thinking that we should have got it out there in February and harvested the beets probably like May or June coming up, but just kind of just learning about how to go about growing those the best. As far as the cilantro, cilantro went terrible, y'all, because I found out that you can't really grow it in the heat of the summer. Okay, cilantro does not like that. Cilantro likes kind of like a mild type of weather, 70s and things like that. I was wondering, like, dang man, why does this thing? Because it kept just growing up. You know what I'm saying? It kept just growing up, and it wasn't leafing out and stuff like that. And so I went to research, and that's kind of like what I found out. So I might try to put that out there as well towards the end of the season. We'll see, how this plans out. But next year, I'll know for sure to get it out there a lot earlier, so we can get what we can out of it and kind of go on about our business. And so that's really just like an update on what's going on. What I am going to do here, though, I am going to uh, feed the plants today, especially the tomatoes, because like I say, they off the chain. I mean, I got about 25 sites already just popping out. And so we're going to go ahead and feed both the basil and the tomato plant, but really got to get around to harvesting some of this basil, because this rejuvenates. And so we want to try to get as much as we can um, with the basil. I do have the parsley plant. This parsley strand um, is a little unusual. Okay, it's growing. It's growing very well. I'll probably show you a picture of it or something. But it's growing very well. It's just I don't like how it's growing. It's not just growing like where it has that one stalk and then everything kind of comes out from there. Uh, but it is growing, and I did use some of it. It's pretty good. Um, and so yeah, let me show y'all this though as well, and then we'll get into speaking about some of these topics. I wanted to show y'all something. I think this is funny. I got an extra tomato plant. Okay, now initially, because I grew these tomatoes from seed, I germinated them and stuff like that, like I told y'all, because this tomato variety does not grow or it is not sold here in this region. We weren't able to find it. And so, I disregarded a few of them because I didn't really need them. I really believe that we only needed 2 plants. We do have another one that's off grid somewhere else, but as far as me dealing with it, we only needed 2. But I cut it off, cut one of the plants off to disregard it, and I kind of just left it on the table out here. And look, y'all, this thing done rejuvenated back. You can kind of see where I cut it at, but it grew to a whole new tomato plant. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it, and probably just keep it throughout the year. I'll keep it in the house and just clone it and put a number of them out here next year, because I'm like, this one's thoroughbred right here. But I'm gonna go ahead and water these plants. But while I do that, I wanted to just go ahead and get into uh, a few topics. Um, First one is about this content. All right, hold on. Put some water in this bucket. Yeah, I gotta hurry up because I gotta cut this grass before it start raining out here. They talking about it's gonna rain again. It's been raining like it ain't nothing. But while I do this, just filling up this bucket to mix in this feed that I done mixed up or whatever. But the first thing is about this content. You know, someone, I guess still pull up over here. And I know that little bro looking familiar. I know that he says that he like, you know, over here better or whatever, but they wanted to know if I'm gonna upload more content over on YouTube or whatever. Oh, that look like he got soap in it. Make sure we clean that out. What up, y'all? I'm looking at this. I'm like, does this got soap in it? I might have been cleaning something. Do it. But you know, they were asking me, you know, am I gonna, you know, continue to upload content over here? Yeah, man, I am or whatever. I just really been passing a lot of it on over to the folks or whatever and having them uploaded, and every now and then I'll go somewhere else like Threads or something and I'll upload a video as well. But you know, like I've been saying, man, we don't get too much traffic over here on YouTube. You know, now like some of these videos and stuff, like for example this, I have told y'all that I'm gonna upload them because, you know, we just kind of like got this series over here, and damn, yeah, I might have to pause the video real quick. I might have to pause this video real quick because I done knocked over the feed, man. But I'll be back, man. All right, I'll be back. So we back. I got this feed mixed up again. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I was talking about the content. But you know, y'all, we don't get you know, too much traffic over here. And the thing is, um, I would still be more engaged to doing it if it wasn't so much to do when it comes to you know, just uploading on this platform. And so sometimes it takes a little more, man. Like you gotta come up with the thumbnail, the title, and you know, it's, you know, for some reason they still hold on to that. Okay. And so it requires more time. But then again, at the end of the day, you don't have to do it. Okay. You don't have to do it. And so if we could just, you know, upload the videos without nothing at all, which I have done with a couple of videos as of lately. Just a generic title, just upload the video, and if you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. Um, I don't have a problem with doing that. Probably not with every video, but I can definitely do that with a number of pieces of content or whatever. And so you'll probably see that I might upload it and just use hashtags. I think I experimented with that some time ago, but I don't know. I don't even. I gotta go back and look. I don't think it did too well, whatever. But yeah, y'all, I don't have no problem with that. Uh, and so yeah, the next thing um, I wanted to talk about uh, is I had a brother ask me, um, do I think it's proper, man, to move in with a woman? Okay, he wants to, uh, I guess, move to a more serious stage with a girl, and they are considering moving in together. I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta grab them. All right, y'all. I'm back. Touch this water real quick. But just speaking about it, I don't think that it's a good idea. Okay, but I think I went on record to speak about this before. I don't think that it's a good idea for you to move in with a woman. All right, unless it's under, you know, a few different circumstances, man. Like y'all are, married, and y'all have a family, like you have children and things like that. Um, that is an exception. Or you are married to a person and y'all been married for a very long time. Okay, and when I could be a little extreme with this, but a decade or more. But just to kind of like come down to some of y'all's level, I would say 5 years or more. Okay, all right, 5 to 10 years. After that, you can probably take into consideration on if you will move in with somebody. But even when I'm talking about like the family situation, man, it is preferred that you have like another space to go to. Okay, this is something that brother Chronicles of Judah spoke on a lot as well when he was kind of speaking on his advice to men. And he had always suggested that as a man, you should always have another space away from your main place. Okay, and I really agree with that. Man, it is so much better. Okay, it really allows you, especially when you are in initial stages with someone and you're really trying to build a meaningful relationship that's going to mean something. Man, it is 10 times better and easier to do that when you and that person, you have your own space. All right, a lot of times this is impossible for a lot of men though, because y'all are so invested in having that cuckoo under the roof, having that cuckoo privilege, and you being able to keep your eye on that cuckoo. Okay? If you get outside of that, to be real, man, most men will want a situation like that anyway, where they kind of like have their own space, all right? Uh, to kind of like think, observe, all right, evaluate, and just unwind, and various different things like that, man. It's always better. And so that's what I would say, man. And on top of that, man, you can um, find yourself working with the woman, okay, much better, man, because you're giving her space, okay. See, in my opinion, man, that's what you should be doing initially, okay. You should be working with that woman to where she has her space, where you can let her know that I trust you, okay. I trust that you're gonna be the representation, okay, that I expect you to be, that we expect you to be, in order for this situation to work, okay. Because, man, to be real with you, man, uh, it's a lot harder to evaluate if this person, for example, is going to be taking care of business outside of your supervision, like you looking down their throat or something like that. You know, you get to really determine how a person is going to conduct themselves when you all have your separate space, and it's left up to them to be the better representation, okay. It's not really left up to the fact that they're going to do it just because they know you're going to see them, okay. And so, man, uh, those are some of the reasons why I believe, man, that staying with somebody, especially when you do it prematurely, because a lot of dudes, man, like I was talking to y'all about the cuckoo privilege and stuff like that, because that is a primary reason why a lot of these guys move in with women and stuff like that. Man, typically, man, the moment that girl, she catch on to that, all right, and she start to believe that she got some type of power and control, which she do. She start telling that dude, well, I don't feel like it at that time, or I don't do this and that, and he realized he don't have that command over her sexuality like he believed. That's when a lot of the problems start. That's when the insecurity starts and all of that stuff. And typically what happens is a lot of dudes, man, that's how they start out getting in trouble, okay, behind these women and stuff like that, you know. And a lot of them don't come back, believe it or not, man. uh, and so, as a man, that's another thing that's beneficial to you, because most dudes are insecure, okay. And so when you are dealing with a woman, and both of y'all have your own space and things like that, man, it also contributes to you building healthy confidence about yourself, okay. All right. It helps you with putting aside a lot of these insecurities that a lot of dudes deal with when it comes to relationships and women. And so, man, that's kind of like what I would say on that. I'm gonna go ahead and feed these plants for real. I don't know what he doing. Get down. Stop. No, sir. Good here. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and feed the plants, y'all. Like I said, I'll come back around and do another follow-up specifically for the tomatoes, and y'all can get to see them. I'll probably do it when I'm picking them. But let's go ahead and water it. Doing it like that. I think we good. I'm just looking for that little tomato plant I showed y'all. But I think we good, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and check on up out of here, and we'll catch back up. 300.